Yes, sir. Hey, you already know, baby. It's the Cowboys Cast. Let's go. I'm excited today. It's Friday. Let's do this. How we feeling, Cowboys fans? Just another Friday. Hey, man. We're going to cover a lot of things. Obviously, as you can read the title, y'all got to let me know how y'all feel, man. How do y'all feel on this Friday? What are we? The question is, are the Cowboys done, man? Never, right? Nah. It can't be. Y'all let me know in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, please. And hit that bell notification so when we go live, you get notified. Hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think. We read all the comments here. Even if there's 1,000 comments, I'm going to read them all. So are the Cowboys done or not? I see Army vet retired. Let me know what you think. More trucking. Soy, hey, tell me what y'all think, man. Are the Cowboys done? I don't know. I'll let you guys know my opinion here in a little bit. I want to hear yours first. Make sure you press that like, man. Push that like. Let's get to 1,000 likes if we can. All right, I'm going to go over a couple of things here. Let's go over the practice, right? Tyler Lloyd says yes, sadly. Dre Day 27 has joined. Hey, man, make sure y'all share the live, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go over the injury report, right? Soccer Gamer says Cooper Rush is good backup quarterback for us. We just need to step up. Yeah, we'll see, man. He played pretty good towards the end, I'll admit. Let's see what we got. So for the practice or the injury report for today, right? So everybody understands what's going on and you guys are up to date. So we have Deron Bland is out. He is out for the game if nobody knew that. Kalen Carson is unspecified. He had a full practice today. Trayvon Diggs did not practice today. He's questionable. Tyler Guyton, limited practice, is questionable. Linville Joseph, full practice. Eric Kendricks, limited practice. CeeDee Lamb, full practice. Zach Martin, full practice. Micah Parsons, limited practice. Dak Prescott, obviously, you guys know the situation with Dak. He's going to be out for a long time. And then Wanye Thomas, he did not practice, and he's going to actually be out for the game. And Nick Vigil is questionable. Those are your injury reports as of Friday, so everybody knows what's going on. Soccer Gamer, I thought Deron Bland will play this week. It's been a long time. It has. I honestly thought he was going to go too, but they're saying he's out. So I don't know what's going on. They're saying he had a setback, so we'll see how that goes. I'd rather him be healthy for next year, just to be honest. So we'll see. But what's y'all's thoughts, man? Look, I wanted to cover something, and it's the Dallas Cowboys, right? Where are we at with this team? How does everybody feel? Lakers and Dodgers for Life says, can the Cowboys win at home game this season? I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Tyler, do you think they should fire McCarthy? You know, at this point, I would personally say that I would probably fire him. I would probably wait maybe 2 weeks and see what we have with Cooper Rush. But at the end of the day, Jerry Jones is not going to do that. I don't think he will fire Mike McCarthy. The only way that'll happen is I think if he loses another 5-6 straight, then there's no way Jerry keeps him. Soccer Gamer says, I hope Deron Bland is healthy and good. Yeah, for sure. I want Jerry. 5.3 KV says, I want Jerry to sell the team. Jerry's a problem. I mean, I can't disagree with you, man. Lakers and Dodgers for Life says Cowboys are absolutely atrocious. They're not a good team right now. Unlimited Choices says they can fire Mike, but Dak is still a problem. I mean, he's part of the problem. I'm not going to say he's the full problem, but Soccer Gamer says if we're going to fire Mike McCarthy, who's going to be a good coach for us? I think at the end of the day, the reasonable thing to do, in my opinion, and that's what most organizations do for the most part, right? Is they make the special teams coach the head coach, just an interim. It's nothing crazy, right? That's usually what happens because the offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators have to take care of their responsibility. So usually that's usually what they do. But if it was me, man, why not get Al Harris a shot to try to coach this team? In my opinion, Lakers and Dodgers for Life says he fired Wade in the middle of the season. Yep, he did, and I think he went back and talked about that in some of the comments that a reporter asked him, and he said he wouldn't do that again, supposedly, just for the simple fact that Wade Phillips went on the following year and became defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos, and they won the Super Bowl. So he said he wouldn't do that. So maybe that's why he's not going to do it. Tyler Lloyd says Dak is way overpaid. Let's see. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Tyler Lloyd, Dak is way overpaid. Yep. Soccer game at 5.3 KV. And then 5.3 KV says, do Cowboys need to be in rebuild mode right now? I think they kind of are, man. If you see a lot of the players are about to leave, so we will see, man. I think this is going to be a totally different team next year, in my opinion. And we'll see. I hope that happens because you have to kind of tear it down a little bit. Lakers and Dodgers for Life says, remember, McCarthy and the coaching staff have no contracts after this season. Yep, that is true. Soccer Gamer, if we are going to win against our rival Eagles, we got a chance. We got a chance. I mean, there's hope, right? There's always hope. But look, looking into all this, right? As you guys are saying, man, everybody thinks that Jerry's the problem, right? I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. 5.3 KV says, which players are you looking forward to the Cowboys hopefully drafting? I just started. I usually don't start film on college players nowadays, like at this time, but now it's kind of giving me a reason to, right? Lakers Dodgers for Life says no chance for the Cowboys. Soccer Game says Jerry Jones is the problem. Yeah, I think there's a couple of things here, right? And this is my opinion on it. I honestly think it's Jerry Jones is part of the issue, right? The other part of the issue is the culture in this team, right? I don't feel like there's a real culture in this team. I think it's almost seems, I'm not saying it is, it almost seems like it's every player for himself. Everybody just kind of does their own thing, doesn't have responsibilities or accountability, and they just kind of do their thing. You know what I mean? Who really holds them accountable? Like, who gets pissed off and gets mad at them because they did something wrong? And I don't think there's any of that going on, in my opinion. There really isn't. When there's a mistake done, they're like, oh, it's okay, get it next time. No, there's none of that. Lakers and Dodgers for Life says Cowboys have a chance on Madden. I mean, they do. Technically, that is true. Crowd 76 says, look at our schedule. We will be lucky to get 2 wins. We should have a top 7 pick or better. And, I'm going to actually, Crowd, you bring up, let me give you a round of applause for that, man. That's a good one, right? And I honestly think going forward, I think that's what you're looking at. Maybe 2 wins, maybe even 1. I don't know, depending on the team, right? But I'm gonna kind of go into that a little bit. What he just said, right? In my opinion, I feel as if I am gonna pay Dak $60 million, right? I'm gonna let him ride out this whole season. This is what I would have done if I was a general manager. I would have let him ride out the whole season because I'm gonna pay him 60 or 65 million regardless, right? Let him ride out the season. This is what I would have done, and I would have paid CeeDee Lamb. I would have let Dak's contract ride out and see what happens. And then from there, let him test the market and see what happens and say, hey, if we can offer you the same thing, can you come back? And if he doesn't, he doesn't. But now if Jerry Jones would have done that, he didn't do that. He folded, right? But if he would have done that, now the Cowboys are the situation they are. Let's be honest. They're not winning 6 or 7 games in the next to the end of the season. Let's just be honest. Let's keep it real. So if we do end up maybe top 7, top 5, top 6, whatever, top 10, now you're in striking distance of getting yourself a franchise quarterback, Maybe, right? It's not a guarantee, but at least you're taking a shot at it, right? And hopefully, with all the money that you save, the $60 to $65 million that you save, you can bring in maybe a veteran lineman, a veteran defensive tackle, and then maybe another linebacker, right? Another corner, a wide receiver, a running back. Like, these are the things that you can do when you have that kind of money. And if Jerry Jones wouldn't have folded and he would have just stayed with the way things were going, what if the Cowboys end up with a top 5 pick? Now you're in striking distance of maybe gaining a Shedeur Sanders and taking a shot, and then regrouping and getting some of those free agents and building this team that way. Javad says 5.3 targeting offensive line, running back, edge rushers. Lakers and Dodgers for life. Cowboys aren't favored to win another game until Thanksgiving versus the Giants. Wow. Lakers and Dodgers. Jerry overpaid Dak twice. Javad says waited too long to get deal done with both Dak and CD. Crowd says Jerry has always given it the last minute and gets scared, then overpays. Yep. That sounds about right. Javad says you trade Micah and Diggs and even possibly Martin, and you take picks and start rebuild. That could possibly happen. I doubt it though. Jerry likes his guys, man. He's loyal to them. I don't think he'll do that. It was hard for him to do that for DeMarcus Ware. Lakers and Dodgers for life, running back like Derrick Henry. Here, I mean, I think what the Cowboys need is they need a bruiser and they need a scat back. They need those two different kind of players, in my opinion. Soccer Game says you never know. 2001 Rams have their backup quarterback they did with NFL happen. That is true, Soccer Mom. I mean, maybe Cooper Rush gives this team a some kind of confidence going into the rest of the season, right? We don't know that. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. Jawad says he cut Ware ASAP when Ware wouldn't take a pay cut. Jerry not loyal. I think he had no choice. You're right. But look, like I said, if Jerry wouldn't have paid Dak and let him ride it out, now you're in striking distance. If it goes bad, of getting a Shedeur Sanders, because I think he's a good quarterback. All right, is he elite? I don't know. We won't know until he gets here, but I think he's a pretty good quarterback. I like his toughness, his grit. I like him standing in the pocket when he throws the ball, he gets hit and he's accurate. So to me, if you're in striking distance of that, now you have a little bit of more leverage, right? Right before free agency in the draft, you're like, you know what? Maybe we're in shot of Shedeur Sanders. Let's try to get a trade for the number 1 pick because we're in striking distance. And now you can trade some of those players that you think are not going to work for you and trade for Shedeur Sanders and then get your free agents and then on top of the draft, right? And now you've kind of rebuilt a little bit, but you're really not going to miss much. I would rather take a chance on a rookie quarterback like that than pay one for $60 million that has won 2 playoff games. That's what I would have done. But Jerry Jones does Jerry Jones things, and he did what he did. Loyalty for Lifetime says season is over and Jerry's incompetent. We are done. Lakers and Dodgers for life says Henry would have been nice. He would have. John Stoneberger says Dallas needs Ollie Gordon. Crowd says Diggs has regressed and getting cooked this year. So Crowd, I get it, man. But he also came back from that injury, man. I'll give it another year and then I'll make my opinion on it. MPO says Sanders is promoting going to the Raiders. We'll see. Mark Packers fan. Hi, fellow Cowboys fans. Hey, what's up, Mark? Have you been on here, man? He's a Packer fan. Welcome, brother. Crowd says Cowboys need Sanders and Genty. That would be hard to do. Javad says Jerry waited too long. You overpaid for Dak and it cost us Tyrone, Biotish, Flowers, Armstrong, and Gilly. Yeah, it did. Raymond says, how about them Cowboys? Let's go, baby. And Post says Dak was going to get 60 regardless. He was. That's my whole point. You know Dak's going to get 60 regardless. So why not let it ride and see what happens? And then you see how this unfolded this year? Like I said, you might be in striking distance of getting a Shedeur Sanders or any other quarterback that's in the draft. But Shedeur Sanders pops out at me. A soccer gamer says we might see a comeback for the Cowboys. NFL is always be shocked and surprised whatever happens. That is true. You never know. Crowd, he played that money TD so bad. Look at replay. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get these comments. John Starburger says Dak isn't the reason for only winning 2 playoffs. More on the defense than him. No, I got it. I'm just saying that Dak is not the type of player that is going to go toe to toe with another quarterback in the playoffs. He's just not that guy. The offense is not that good. And to me, that's just what it comes down to. He can't go toe to toe with some of the best in the playoffs. That's just the honest truth. That's Dak. You got to live with it. Javad says Diggs has never been able to tackle and gets burnt every other drive. Trade him. Empo says, as of now, we need to play Lance. Give up 4th round. Got to see what he has. Yeah, in my opinion, I think so too. Patreon says Jalen Copper is going to be called up this Sunday. Javad says, stop. Dak has had a top 10 defense at 3 times and top O-line. Romo never had either. I think Romo had 1 time, I think, in his career. Lakers and Dodgers for life says defense plays like pre-Dan Quinn days. Soccer Gamer says Dak is true leader. He loves his team. He's my number quarterback. I don't care what anyone says. Never give up. Lottie for lifetime says now we playing fantasy football, wishing on the draft. I'm so done with this till Jerry is gone. That is true. Crowd says send Diggs to Texans with his bro. That's fun. That's funny. I gotta give him a round of applause for that one. That was pretty funny. Javad says Romo ran for his life his entire career, hence all the injuries. That is true. That is true. But look, the way Jerry's running this organization, man, is not good. So I think the biggest thing I'll tell you guys, don't stress on it, man. It is what it is. And just keep going. All we can do is hope and see what happens. Lakers and Dodgers for life says Carolina won the trade with the Cowboys. Yeah, I think he did too. Javalinas 10 says Cowboys fan base is split. Half the fans want to see Cooper succeed and half want him to fail. That I'll give you a round of applause for that one too, man. I think that actually is true. I think that is true. Soccer Gamer, Dak is true leader to his team. He told everyone to never give up. I get it. Ampo says Belichick come in, keep the remaining picks, and sign free agents. I hope Bill Belichick does not come. I want Mike Vrabel, in my opinion. That's just me. Patreon 64 says Deion and Shador and John traded to Dallas. That's not going to happen. Javad says, so you pay Micah, then you have your entire franchise on quarterback, wide receiver, edge rusher. That is true. We'll see. But at least you're not paying a $60 million quarterback at that point. I'm just saying. Because I'm willing to bet, in my opinion, I'm willing to bet that Micah's gonna probably get paid anywhere between $35 to $40 million a year. It's just an estimate, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be in that neighborhood. Javad says Dak and Mike have been very, very inconsistent in their entire careers. Patreon says, well, someone mentioned fantasy draft. That is true. Soccer Gamer says, if you had a chance to get any players, who would you get and why? Players from, are you talking about free agency, draft, or both? Lakers Dodgers for life says Dak wasn't lying with what he said on the sideline Sunday. He wasn't. He said it. Empo Mati. What about Mati? Free agents. I don't know. That's a good question, Soccer Gamer. We're going to be free agents next year. I really haven't even looked into that because we really don't play the free agent game. So, let me see. Low T for lifetime says, we got 7 first-round picks. We got 7 first-round picks on the team. Rest bargain. Buy players, Martin, Tyler, Zeke. But yeah. Crowd says Dak needs to restructure and take less like Mahomes. He won't do that. Zavad says you're stuck with Dak. Need to trade Micah Diggs and get the draft capital and start rebuilding. That is true. Let me see. Let's see. Javon Hodlin, safety from the Dolphins. Maybe. T. Higgins from, well, no, T. Higgins is gone. Trey Smith, guard from the Kansas City Chiefs. Ronnie Stanley from the Baltimore Ravens. DJ Reed, cornerback from the Jets. Amari Cooper will be a free agent next year. Drake Greenlaw will be a free agent next year. Travaris Ward from the Niners. Let's see. Rasul Douglas, cornerback. Some of these guys are. Did Hufanga sign a contract with the Niners? I think he might be a free agent next year. Khalil Mack, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb, J.K. Dobbins. I thought he was signed. Bobby Wagner. There's some good players on here. Deontay Jones, Ryan Kelly, the center, Marquise Brown, Connor Williams. That's funny. Chase Young, Chuba Hubbard just got signed. There's a lot of good players on here, man. So I don't know. It just kind of depends on how much. So we'll see. Let's see. Squig says you thought this team was a playoff team before the season. Maybe leave the front office work to others. Who you thought this team was a playoff team before the season? Maybe leave the front office to others. Nah, you got to go back, bro. You better go back and check. I got receipts. I said I don't know what this team's got, man. With this schedule, we have the fourth hardest schedule before we came into the season. I never said that. Rebuild the offensive line, get a running back and fresh edge rushers. Patreon says totally rebuild, just need a great coaching staff. Yeah, it's coaching for sure. Crowd says we owe Zach Martin and should trade him to a winner he deserves. I agree with you. Javad says, Squig, hell no. This team had so many holes. That's what I'm saying. I don't know where he got that from. Loyalty for lifetime. Gonna gone, bro. Holla at you next season. All right, brother. Javad says, Crowd, and you could probably get at least a second rounder for him. Empo says, move Guyton to the regular position, cut Steele, draft a true left tackle. That's a possibility. Javelina says, other than our offensive line, the huge contracts Jerry's has given our players made them worse. That's pretty much true. Lakers and Dodgers says, nice free agents next season. Cowboys will not get any of them. That's true. Peace sauce. If Lance is good, sign him to a one-year deal and trade him. That's a possibility. Soccer says, I'm not sure if Pickens is going to stay on the Steelers team. He might not. We'll see. But I'm going to go back to this. Who is this? Squig? I don't know where you got that from. If I go back, I think I said we would finish 9-8, I think, or 10-7, 9-8, somewhere there. I said we're gonna lose a lot of games, and I don't know if we'd make the playoffs or not. So I don't know where he got that from. Maybe leave the front office work to others. I mean, at this point, chat. At this point, but let's be honest. I got 11 people on here. Would you rather take Jerry Jones as a GM, or would you take a chance on me? I'm just throwing that out there. Let's see what Squig says. So would y'all leave Jerry Jones, or I'm a random person? Would you take a chance on me as a GM? Let's just be honest. P Sauce from Javad says, threw 5 interceptions in the preseason game against third and fourth stringers. He has zero business playing. I think they should play him anyways. You might get some value out of him if he signs on to another team. Soccer says Ayuk is not going anywhere. He's still in the Niners. No, I didn't say Ayuk. Humfunga, I was saying. Humfunga. Lakers, Dodgers, Cowboys are old and expensive. Yeah. Man, I called 6-11, knew we were bad before season started. It was obvious. Javelina says, let the fans vote on all executive decisions. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Eh? Yeah. I think that would be pretty cool. Soccer Gamer says, yes, you should be the GM. I'm just saying, I think at this point, I'm not trying to prep myself or hype myself up, but at this point, I think anybody's better than Jerry Jones. Empo says 8 free agents walk without replacing Dune from the start. That is true. Javelinas can't be any damn worse. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. Give me a shot, man. Lakers and Dodgers for life. Jerry, the owner, needs to fire Jerry, the GM. That's pretty good. I think, you know what? Lakers for Dodgers tonight. I should make a shirt that says that. Jerry, the owner, needs to fire Jerry, the GM. I'm going to take a snapshot of that. I got to. Let's see. Yep. I'm making a shirt. Javelina says at Lakers and Dodgers for life. He laughed. Peace out. We need muscle. Build a line, get it running back, and stay away from the toys. Wide receiver. No. Mike Fusca says only way Jerry leaves is if he dies on the job. I hate to say it. Round of applause for him. I think he's right. I 100% agree. But yeah, so look, it is what it is. We'll see how this goes. I believe if you're looking forward to the next couple of weeks, if I'm not mistaken, right, we will be getting DeMarcus Lawrence hopefully back. Obviously, we'll get Bland, we'll get Micah, and then we're going to probably get Brandon Cooks. So with all that said, and hopefully if Cooper Rush plays well, we might win a couple of games. I'm not going to say all of them, but we might win a couple of games that we're probably not supposed to win, in my opinion. Mike says only way Jerry leave is it okay? He said that already. Soccer, let's go. Javad says you're talking about an owner who had to get outvoted 3-1 in the war room, wanting Manziel over Martin. That is true, man. I was praying he didn't get Manziel. Lakers and Dodgers for life says won't make a difference. I mean, we'll see, man. Crazy things have happened. A lot of teams have gotten hot towards the end. Now you're right, Lakers and Dodgers. I don't think any of that's going to happen. I just think this is not a good team overall. And a lot has to do with coaching too. Javelina says, I know people hate Dak's contract, but I would milk Cowboys too. Jerry never put money to good use. Hey, you're right. I think I would have done the same thing. Javelina's an offseason. Soccer Gamer says Cooper Rush makes a difference. We will see. Hey, make sure y'all press that like button. Hey, make sure y'all like, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit that bell notification to get notified when we go live. Make sure y'all subscribe to YouTube if you haven't subscribed to YouTube. We appreciate you guys. I try to read all the comments. There's a lot of comments. But make sure you press that like. Let's get to 1,000. We're at 520 right now. Javad says, let them play and can't come close next 2 weeks. Start tanking, letting young guys play. I don't think they're ever going to tank, man. You got to think this is Mike McCarthy's last year of his contract. He wants to win. He's not going to try to tank. Lakers and Dodgers says those guys weren't doing anything when they were healthy. That is true. Sour Gamer says if we are going to win against Eagles at home, I say finally because it was a long time. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a tough game. This is a good Eagles team. You says I'd rather give that Dak contract to Baker Mayfield than Dak. Hey, I'm not gonna. I'll give a round of applause for that. Hey, I'll tell you what. When I watched that Baker Mayfield and Kansas City game, that dude was straight balling, man. Like it almost felt like he had no fear. He did not care. He didn't care if he made mistakes, man. He plays with no fear, that guy. I like the way he plays. He has some good grit, man. Gonchi says McCarthy isn't starting Lance with his job on the line. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna happen. Now I would sprinkle him in here and there for some plays, but he ain't gonna do it because his job's on the line. Hovling does, but no one predicted Baker was going to play this well. Nope, they didn't. Javad says McCarthy's job is done. If he was smart, he'd quit. He ain't gonna quit. Lakers and Dodgers. Cowboys lose 35-10 Sunday. Saga Gaming says Baker Mayfield is cooking. He is, man. He's playing really good football right now, for sure. 100%. Quincy says, which backup wide receiver do you see connecting with Rush on Sunday? I'm thinking Jalen Brooks. I think so. I think Jalen Brooks, Fournette. I think those are the guys that he's comfortable with because those are the guys he throws most to more than likely. So you're probably right, man. 100%. Soccer Gamer says Lakers and Dodgers for live. Chill. Gunchy says 100%. Yeah, that's my opinion on it, man. I think he throws them so much that he feels a little bit more comfortable with those guys. But Cooper Rush is throwing some dimes this last game. Let's not. Hey, he was throwing some dimes. Javad says at Gonchi, I see Rush constantly looking for check down with Ferguson. That's not a bad. That's not a bad deal. You says Baker and Darnold are doing better than Dak. They are. Lakers and Dodgers. Tampa Bay should have went for 2 on Monday. I would have gone for 2 too. I'm not gonna lie. You cannot give that man that ball back. You just got to go for the win. Either you're gonna win or you're gonna lose, in my opinion. So, hey, Tampa Bay should have won. Yep. All right, no more comments. Hey, so Jabalina says Trump needs to buy the Cowboys, make the Cowboys great again. That's funny. Hey, so look, let's give a round of applause to you guys, man. Sour Gamer says Cooper Rush has been different backup quarterback. He's been working. Yeah. Hey, round of applause to TikTok, man. There's a lot of comments. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We're at 586. Get us to 1,000. Conchi says, do you think Rush is a better fit for McCarthy's? I personally, it almost seems like it, right? I'm not going to say yes or no, but I really don't know. But it almost seems like he was very comfortable at the end there. And he was just kind of throwing the ball left, right, down the middle. Like, it didn't matter. Like, so we'll see, man. I mean, maybe it does. Conchi says West Coast offense. Yeah, I think it might. And you're not going to see Cooper Rush run too much. So he's either going to throw it real quick or let it go. So we'll see. Soccer Gamer says it was a good game yesterday between Bengals and Rays. That was a hell of a game. That was such a good game, man. Hey, we're at 884, guys. Thank you so much. Let's give you all a round of applause again. Thank you so much. We're almost to 1,000. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming on live. Hey, man, we got to stick together. Make sure that you guys follow us on YouTube. We're going to go live an hour before kickoff and get your thoughts, give you the most updated information with the injury report, the actives and inactives. Soccer Gamer says 34-35, so close. Yep. Lakers and Dodgers says, who runs a jet sweep on a fourth? Stop, man. Don't even get me started with that. Don't even get me started with that. I don't understand why he would run that play. Honestly, I would have gone I formation and I would have handed the ball off to our fullback Lukey before I'd run a jet sweep. I'm just saying, just give it to Hunter, man. Why is it every time that guy touches the ball, something happens? Does it not? Hunter Lukey is like so underused. I don't understand why they don't use him more, man. Tell me if I'm wrong, chat. Like, I think that guy is he's a football player. You can measure him. You can tell him to lift all these weights, run, do all these shuttles. I don't care. I don't care what his times are. That guy is a football player, in my opinion. Soccer Gamer says, have a wonderful night. God bless. DC for life. Let's go, Cowboys. We appreciate it. Hey, as always, man, y'all have a blessed night. Thank you for coming on the live. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys follow us. We read all the comments an hour before kickoff on Sunday. Let's go, baby. It's the Cowboys Cast. Hey, TikTok, thank you for hanging out. Facebook, YouTube, thank you all, guys. Hey, as always, have a good night. I always let TikTok go first, right? TikTok, we appreciate you guys. And as always, TikTok, keep it real. Well, one last comment. I'll do one last comment. Lakers and Dodgers says, who gets a penalty on 4th and 1 for 12 minutes? Look, stop, man. Thank you, TikTok. We appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all follow us. Later. Hey, YouTube. Be nice. Stay blessed, everybody. Hey, enjoy life. Have a great night. We love you guys. Thank you for sticking with us. As always, keep it real.